Hey, what up, what up? It's Arona, aka Cinematic Cisse, and today I'm talking about the truth about background. This coming May, I've been doing background for 10 years. I've been in the industry for 10 years. Even though it's not considered a actual industry professional position, I still take it seriously. And if you've been doing background over and over again, you're in the industry. Don't let people say just because you don't have a SAG card or you're not part of IATSE or anything or have some sort of representation, don't let that discourage you. Background is a vital part of filmmaking. Without background, the film won't even be realistic. And yes, I'm going to be honest with you. You will be treated like pure crap on set. You will be treated like a little kid. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm not here to bash a certain production or people. I'm just telling you like it is once you get on there what to expect. You will get to meet some stars depending on their mood, depending on the producer's mood, because some people on these shows are moody, and some of these movies, they have some cool people like Bob Odenkirk. Shout out to him, he's pretty cool. Some of the people on Night Shift, Better Call Saul. I've seen Wesley Snipes. You'll get to see a lot of people and meet them, but like I said, it depends on their mood and the situation, because sometimes the production, they don't want you to talk to the stars for obvious reasons, because they don't want certain information getting out. You will sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, just so you cannot put out any information regarding the production, which is understandable. But sometimes the PAs, production assistants, are going to act like COs or just really uptight, bossy people, so they can control every little thing you do and treat you like a little kid. Sometimes they'll have you sit over here, and then the stars are over here. You're not even speaking to them or paying them any attention. Just because the stars sit there, they're going to make you move somewhere else just so you won't bother the stars. And some of these stars, I didn't even know who they were. When I was on set, I thought they were background, because some people who go on set have just one line, and they're randomly selected by the producers. And some of these people are flown in from LA all the way to Albuquerque or wherever you're going just to say one or two lines. They get paid thousands of dollars to do that, and they could have used someone local who had more talent and looked more natural, because some of these actors and actresses they fly in are just dull looking people, just look like a Hollywood dull looking person. And if you really want to spice up your production and make it look real, use real looking people. Use people who have some scars on their face or something like that. I know you go through hair and makeup, but still, use people that look real, not just some plain generic Hollywood looking person. When you're in line at a burger joint, how many exotic looking people do you see in that place ordering a burger? They have them, but seriously, you don't have to have some model looking person standing in line getting a burger. How realistic is that in some points? But anyway, as I was saying, you will be treated like crap. But the perks, you do get to learn things on a real set with real producers, directors, actors, casting agents. You get to learn a lot. That's why I never went to film school, because I learned everything on set. The only thing I did at school was editing and screenwriting, post-production, I should say. But like I said, everything else was on set. I got to talk to the stars, the directors. I've been an office production assistant in the office. That's behind the scenes, There's set PAs, which is on set. Then there's office PAs, which deals with the paperwork. I tried to get into set PA, but they just never picked me. I'm not bitter about it, because I know God's got something better for me. Not bragging, I'm just bragging on him. But you do get to learn a lot. You will eat, but the thing is, when you eat on set, you have to wait for the stars and the production to eat first. I mean, I understand that, but it's really crappy because there's a lot of them, and there could be very few background, like less than 30 people, but you got to wait for these whole group of people to eat first and sit down, then you get to eat. And there's times you'll be out in the cold, the heat, windy, raining, while the stars and them get to sit in these nice air-conditioned rooms and everything, while background is really just treated like crap. Really, they just need bodies. That's what background is. B, background, B, bodies. I mean, I've gone on in some cool areas and stuff, but one thing, the reason why I'm not SAG right now, because New Mexico is a non-union state. At least at the time when I was there, it's not. I don't know about now, but when you get to set, wherever you live, ask for a union voucher. You want to get as many you want to get in there as quick as possible. And if you have not gotten in the union yet, don't get discouraged. It's been 10 years and I'm not even in the union, but I'm not going to let that discourage me. That's why you have to create your own projects, create your own stuff. Because if you don't do that, you'll be sitting around the rest of your life waiting on someone to call you. I've been in situations where I've only filmed like one time out the year, had to wait another year for someone to call me. That's a crappy way to live, especially if you're struggling financially. That's why you have to have that vision, or do that vision that God has given you. Because if you really sit around and wait, you won't get nowhere. Imagine if all these big stars sat around and waited for somebody to call them. It'll never happen. That's why you have to just be a doer versus just sitting back looking. But as I was saying, sometimes when you get to background, you won't even be used. You can call off work and school or put off something important to be on some movie or TV show, and they don't even use you. You'll sit there all day, 12 plus hours. It could be a whole week or so sometimes, and they never use you. You could drive out of town hours, and you don't even get used. They'll cut you. That means you get there, they look at you, you might stay there for a couple hours, boom, they don't even use you. I got out of school one time. I went to some set, I think it was for Better Call Saul or something. You know, it was strange because I didn't even look the part for this particular scene. Not trying to get racial. I was the youngest person. I was the only black person in a room full of older white guys. And the scene, we were just sitting there watching a old World War II video. I didn't get used one time. I just say that because I peeked in there. I sat in there for a minute. They pulled me out. And it was just a weird scenario. I mean, sometimes they mess up like that on background. But the thing is, know your worth. I'm not trying to say I'm above anything or better than anything. I stopped doing background because I know my worth. If I had the right opportunity to get in the union or to do something other than just sit there all day and do nothing, yeah, I'll take it. But in general, I'm done with background. I'm confident in saying that because I know my worth. I'm not saying, oh, I'm all that and I have to be paid thousands of dollars. No. Sometimes you just have natural talent. You've been doing this for so long. You don't have to sit there and be treated that way. I refuse to sit there and be treated that way. You don't have to sit there and have some PA who's just trying to make a name for themselves treat you like pure crap. You don't have to be. Like I said, you will be treated like crap on set. Don't sit there and waste your time, your energy, your gas money just to go somewhere and sit back on someone else's production watching them make money while you're sitting there making chump change, struggling. Yeah, you can sit by the stars and stuff, but sometimes they'll just cut you. You can sit there all day, 8 hours, the last few hours or the last hour, you'll get used. You're just sitting there walking back and forth thinking you're going to be seen. You're off in the way in the background. And you're only seen for a split second. You did all that stuff. You sat there all day, bored, hungry, tired. Can't leave until you're signed out by the PA just to be seen for a split second. And then you only make one something per check. And then you get it mailed to you. One time it was over a month before I saw a paycheck. But a SAG card holder or unionized person gets it like that. Like I said, they just need bodies. You don't have to sit there and sit in somebody's background. I don't mean to repeat myself. I'm heated about this because a part of me feels I have wasted my time sitting in the background, just sitting there watching other people. Yes, like I said, I learned a lot. I took advantage of learning everything on a real movie set. That's why I'm confident enough to go forward and do my own thing. but I went through it. I just advise you to go through it too, so you could really learn the real deal, the slang. Read a real call sheet, not in school or anything, on the real set. So once you get enough experience, you'll be confident enough to go out and do your own thing. And then once you can sit back and teach people like I'm teaching you. But like I said, I'm not discouraging you. I do advise you to do it, but don't sit there and take people's crap. Don't sit there and feel bad because you didn't get picked. They cut your scene. They're just weird like that. You're going to deal with a lot of moody people because some of them are on drugs, or or have some sort of problem, or they just feel because you're a background, you're a nobody. But don't let them treat you that way. However they feel about you, screw that. You are a vital part of that production. Without you, it wouldn't even happen. It wouldn't even be real. And they know that, y'all. So don't let no one treat you like crap in that, and just go for it with your dreams. We banging.